On this episode of We're No Damn Experts, Rebecca and Marty have Seth from Mighty Mo Brewing and Mike from Enbär, and we talk about Downtown Summer Jam and all the events that are happening here in Great Falls, Montana this summer.
Best damn podcast, the best damn town. You wanna get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you wanna go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
And I'm Marty Hazard.
And we're no damn experts. Today, we have with us some experts. One of our experts is an expert at making beer. Another one of our experts is an expert at making cocktails. And together, these two did not bring any alcohol to us for today's episode. So you're getting a dry run, which is fine.
Literally dry.
But we welcome to the podcast today Seth Swingley and Mike Hallahan. Seth is with Mighty Mo and Mike is with Enbär. But today they're here to talk about the Downtown Summer Jam. Welcome, guys.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us.
We were a little disappointed there was no beer that showed up, I'll tell you that.
We know you sell growlers there. We're aware.
It's early in the morning. I was trying to keep this PG.
You said 10 a.m. is when you start drinking beer. I'm going to let you know we're going to talk into 10 a.m. So when the clock strikes 10, I don't know what your plan is.
Perfect. Well, make a call.
And the Downtown Summer Jam is in its third year of operations, but this was not what you guys set out to do in business. This is a little bit more of a passion project. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so 2018 we started Downtown Summer Jam just as something to give back to the community, to do something in the middle of the week. Started out kind of small and has kind of got a life of its own from there. So it's kind of grown in year 3. So we're super excited about this year, getting people down to Great Falls and downtown. And
that's awesome. And it's outside and it's a party.
Yeah. So we shut down Central and 5th kind of area, downtown Great Falls. Giant production stage, bring in national recording acts. Yeah, everyone that's been for the last couple of years have really had a good time.
And food and beer and soda all available within the, I'm going to call it the gates. Is that what you guys call it?
Yeah. Call it a lot of work. Yeah. So it's family friendly. Bring your kids, bring your family. Yeah, we have all kinds of food vendors there, beverages. You got it. It's a good party. It's a good time.
1 year. Have you gone, Marty?
No, I haven't, but I did.
Rookie.
I've heard of it.
Interview's over.
No. Well, in 2019, we just moved here, and it was summer, and I was like, what is that noise?
I hear excuses.
We had no idea. Well, we were renovating our house, so, I mean.
It's a decent excuse.
She's got a lot of excuses.
We're done,
She's
though.
really good at it.
But I heard, I'm like, what is happening? It's Wednesday night. Is there a party? And then sure enough, we just looked up online, and turns out you guys were throwing a huge Downtown Summer Jam.
So you could, sometimes you can hear the bands from like where your house is. It gets that rocking. So
Yeah, I'm 16 blocks away from the 500 block, because that's where it's going to be held, right?
You got it. Yep.
Okay. And how big of a circumference are the roads closed down?
Oh, it's probably
Nah.
half a block for the Summer Jam. Yeah.
Okay.
Hope to expand that a little farther out this year.
But last year, 4th of July Hootenanny with,
Granger Smith.
there we go, Granger Smith, that was a lot bigger than the normal Downtown Summer Jam area, right?
Yeah, so 4th of July we do our Hootenanny. It's a community concert. We partner with the Great Falls Symphony Foundation. We look for community sponsors. We've been so fortunate the last couple of years we've done that. We've had some great sponsors. We have some tremendous sponsors this year. Steel Etc. came in, Alluvian Health,
Daskulius Realty Group.
Daskulius, yeah, Melissa, awesome. Just tons and tons of people that stepped up big and helped with this community concert. And so, yeah, it's a little bit bigger. First year, we had a pretty sizable crowd. This year, we're expecting quite a bigger one with the band we got lined up this year.
Yeah, how long is the planning process? Like, how long does that take?
Well, the first year we did it, it was quite the process. It was getting all the people who are involved in city. I mean, police, firemen, road, all the departments together and just coming up with a plan. And it was really cool to see everybody willing to make something like this happen because it had never happened before in Great Falls.
Well, you guys have the vision. You guys always have a lot going on at your businesses. So how do you select the artist? Yeah, what's that like? Because I want to. You guys had the party, last week, the week before, releasing this awesome lineup that we're going to see this summer from July to the end of August. How does one become a...
I'm assuming you put a committee together. Everybody's got their opinions. Is there one person?
Man,
is there
that's way more scientific. No, a lot of it is looking at who's available, who will be in the area. Obviously, being in Great Falls, Montana, we're a little bit off the beaten path here. So it is trying to pull some of these really, really cool bands up to see us here. And a lot of them absolutely love coming up here. I mean, some of the ones that we've had in the past still stay in contact with us. So we still hear from Devin Wooley Band. We still hear from Granger Smith. We hear from Waterloo Revival and some of these other bands that they still will text us or send us stuff on Instagram or Facebook and things like that. But a lot of it is just we get a list of bands, and then between the different partners that are involved with this, we kind of just all listen to them and think, do they have that sound that we're looking for? Do they have that fun, upbeat party? How do we think the community will respond to them? So far, we've done fairly well.
Oh, toot your own horn again.
Yeah, the list was fairly short this year because there's not a lot of... We usually catch artists on their way over to Washington or Oregon, and this summer there's not a lot of shows in those areas, so we didn't get these people heading there. There was a much smaller list to choose from, but I think we got some good ones.
So we're lucky that we're getting these exclusive events.
Well,
Absolutely.
and I'll tell you have done well. I have quite a few stories of my downtown summer jam experiences that are extremely PG because
Really? We have pictures.
You don't have the picture that I want though yet.
What is it?
So if you've seen pictures of downtown summer jam,
I have.
there's a few photos that are taken from the rooftop, and I first and foremost want to be able to buy a VIP ticket for rooftop seating that comes with food. And
Why?
don't shake your head.
I don't know who took those photos.
We want to open our checkbook. So how do we get VIP seating? Or do we just need to rent a cherry picker
Right.
Oh,
and to go that way?
that could be a good option.
I mean, if we just claim that we're taking video or photos, that could be a good way around it.
That might work.
It might work. They're like, we don't have the permits for this crap. We just told tourism that it takes forever and a day to plan this, but now you're going to test us with rooftop permits, cherry pickers.
I'm thinking rooftops out.
Okay.
Eventually, there's got to be an option to take the picture from the rooftop, put up the barricades, sign waivers. I'll write the check.
We have someone with a drone who can take those high up pictures for you.
It's not the point. I want to be there.
So you
Come
guys,
find me on the day of.
there we go.
It's a pretty rickety ladder getting up there.
Seth is willing to play ball. Mike, on the other hand, he's not ready.
You know, Maddie's not going because she's scared of heights.
So I'll see if I can maybe take some from the stage. That's not too far up, right? So you guys had your party 2 weeks ago.
The release party.
Yeah, the release party. Are you going to finally share with us who you have lined up
This year.
Oh, sure. So for our we're going to start the summer off 4th of July, do our big community concert, the Hootenanny, in conjunction with the Great Falls Symphony Foundation. We were very, very lucky this year. We got an awesome band. LANCO is going to be coming out.
Awesome.
People are super excited to see them.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be awesome for them to be out here for us this year. So that'll be a great show.
And that happens early in the day, so you don't have to wait around like us old people to show up to a concert at 9 o'clock at night. This is during the daylight hours.
Absolutely. So immediately following the downtown parade,
Okay.
we usually take about 20, 30 minutes to finalize some stage setup. But yeah, it'll be immediately following the parade on 4th of July.
And how long do they play?
A couple hours.
Okay. Are they going to be in the parade?
No. They actually, so when we did the first year, when we had Granger Smith for the Hootenanny, his actual band and Granger Smith actually thought it was one of the coolest things that to sit out in a small town in Great Falls, Montana, sit on the stage because the parade comes immediately right in front of the parade or right in front of the stage. And they thought it was the coolest thing. All of them out there taking pictures, waving to the people. Like And they all told us, they're like, this is the coolest thing. Small town America, this is what it's all about. They're like, man, we want to come back to Great Falls. We want to be here for this. This is cool to see like the little small town parade, and then we get to play for all these people. So they all thought it was really cool.
And you don't have to be a part of Granger Smith's band to have this experience in Great Falls. You can come on 4th of July yourself. You could come dang near any time you wanted to and experience small town Montana.
Oh, yeah, there's always cool stuff going on.
And then the night of 4th of July, there's the fireworks show at the Voyager Stadium or Centene Stadium.
Centene Stadium, yeah. They got baseball game that evening, which will be kind of cool. We know that the Voyager team has some cool stuff lined up with some of that stuff and some stuff this summer. But yeah, that'll be a cool thing with the fireworks show down there too, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the first big day, July 4th. Mark your calendars, listeners. We've got a parade. We've got a concert. And we've got the Great American Pastime, baseball, followed by not just fireworks at Centene Stadium, but fireworks over the damn Missouri River.
There we go. She said it.
Yeah, Rebecca, that's kind of the why we started the Hootenanny is we wanted to make Great Falls a destination on the 4th of July rather than people leave and go up into the mountains, to the lakes, wherever. We want people to stay here.
Yeah, not everyone wants to go and camping. I'm not one of those people that goes camping on 4th of July or Labor Day weekend when a lot of people, the locals, do. I want to do something. I want to go to a concert, the parade, have the traditional American celebration of my favorite holiday, the 4th of July.
I mean, how much more American can you get? You get a parade, awesome country music, fireworks, baseball,
Apple pie and hot
apple
dogs.
pie and hot dogs. Come on.
And
It's
beer.
all gonna be here.
Yeah, plenty of beer.
Lots of beer.
Lots of Mighty Mo beer. Drink Mo beer.
What's next on the lineup? Who else is coming?
So we'll have a little bit of a couple of weeks there. We got July 21st. We have a tremendous young lady, Lainey Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Awesome young lady. We were trying to get her out here last summer, and obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, we got a lot of cool. She will be awesome.
She has a song on the charts, Things a Man Should Know.
Right?
Well, preach it, sister.
It's a pretty good song.
Does it have multiple songs of how long she's singing things that
She's
men
going to
should
have
know?
more songs.
Okay.
I've already added her to my Downtown Summer Jam Spotify playlist that you'll be happy to start hearing here shortly because
Okay. I didn't know if
know
there
how
was-
much you love 90s ladies.
Yeah, that was a day and a half in the office. And then in August, who's coming? We have
All right, August 5th, we have Chris Bandi, and he actually has someone with him, which will be kind of cool. So you get a 2-for-1 that day.
Okay.
We have Chris Bandi and Chase Martin.
Oh.
Both upcomers that are phenomenal.
What kind of music are we talking about? I know Lainey is country. What's Chris Bandi
So
and
Chris Bandi and Chase Martin, they're still in that kind of that country, like newer country,
Okay.
kind of more upbeat, kind of.
Yeah, that Chase Martin. I think she does the Levi Denim song.
Yep.
You'll like it. You add it to your playlist.
Okay, I'll add it to
See,
my
she even
playlist.
recommended one for you.
Yeah, man.
She really hated 90s ladies.
I didn't hate it. It was just that we lost internet connection, and that was the only downloaded song on Rebecca's phone. So for what seemed like 12 hours, that song played
One
on
song?
repeat.
Yeah, it's interesting. When we lose internet, my Spotify will just play the last song over and over and over again. And the first, I'm not paying a lot of attention. So it was nearly half the day. I'm like, why is this song on my playlist so often? So I finally pulled up my playlist. I'm like, oh no, it just keeps repeating. That's interesting.
Yeah,
So-
I did put on Twitter, my boss will only listen to this one song, please.
Someone saved
Change
me.
I mean, mind you, at that time we only had 30 followers. Now we're up to 70 some. And
Yeah.
we did have a tweet liked by LANCO. So, I mean, pretty much famous.
Right?
One tweet.
Infamous. Infamous.
We invited them to the podcast. They did not respond to that tweet.
Crickets.
Crickets.
Who else is on the lineup?
We're going to end the Downtown Summer Jam lineup with August 25th with newcomer to the scene, Jackson Dean. This young kid, small town America kid. He will be an up-and-comer. They're talking big things about this kid.
Often compared to Chris Stapleton, which is
Yeah.
a big name.
Big compliment.
So he's on my Downtown Summer Jam
There you go.
Spotify playlist, and very kind of bluesy, folksy, rocky,
Yeah.
all in one. He seems like a dark, mysterious artist.
And I think the ladies will like him.
He didn't look bad.
Yeah.
Rebecca's scouting. Who's going to be the next cover picture for tourism?
We're always looking for models, anybody who wants to be in a photo or video shoot.
So as if these 4 events weren't enough, we know you guys have some other stuff in the works for this summer, like block parties. That's what the rumor has.
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on. We have Craft Beer Week,
Yep.
beginning of June. We got BMW Week. I mean, this summer is just jam-packed with stuff. So, yeah, we have June 24th. We have our first block party. We'll have 3 of those during the summer. Motoberfest. We have all
So-
kinds of
Wait, go
cool
back to
stuff.
the block party.
Wait.
Tell us about it. Come on.
Because some of our listeners live in Pennsylvania or India,
Yep, India. We got a lot of downloads there.
Washington, D.C. They may not understand what a block party is or a street dance. That could happen as well during the block party, but what's that experience going to be like?
So we're just kind of similar to the Summer Jam. We're just going to have a section of the streets shut down and
Okay.
just your traditional block party. We're going to have local bands out there.
Okay.
I know you hate that.
I'm going to leave that one in.
Just good old-fashioned fun. We'll have some street games out there, cornhole, trying to do like a 3-on-3 little basketball tournament. We'll do...
Oh,
Madi, you want to be on my team?
we'll kick some butt.
There you go. Yeah, just have people out and fun. I think this year people really want adventure and some excitement. Gives people places to go and things to do. Middle of the week, just something a little different.
Break up the doldrums of that work week.
Yeah, bringing people into Great Falls, it gives them an excuse to come to Great Falls. Like, come hang out in Great Falls. Oh, there's a party here. There's a concert there. We have awesome places. Here's a cool brewery with Mighty Mo. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
And honestly, listeners, aren't you all ready to just not be drinking in your house and be outside enjoying the company of live music and other people? Do extended weekends this year. That's my advice to you before you lose your ever-loving mind.
Yeah, we're doing some itineraries on our website, and we're telling every people, if you're a hungry hiker, get your adventure, but then come back and experience all the downtown life. See where the water is used to brew our local beer, have our craft cocktails, the parties again, and then all the live music, because you look at some other communities, they don't have that yet, and you look on our calendar of events, they're loaded every week. And
Yeah.
like you said, with the Craft Beer Week coming up June 6th through the 11th, and then ending with Montana Brewfest. I mean,
Which, honestly, if you've not done, I know Seth has a booth, which is so much fun. You'd sample beer all
Life is hard.
afternoon.
It's hard work.
It is.
That's what I tell my wife all the time.
Come home exhausted, smelling like beer.
Yep.
This is my job. I provide for our family.
The keg exploded on me. I can't help that.
But that is an experience in and of itself. And that's 3 years in the making. This will be the 3rd year for the Brewfest as well, I think.
Yeah. It's the last in 2019 was the biggest one we'd ever had. I think we had 34 breweries or cideries, and it was just a great showing.
And they're Montana breweries because we have, as you know, the localest beer that ever could exist because our wheat, what am I talking about? Our barley comes from just 50 miles away, malted right here in Great Falls.
Golden Triangle.
Our water comes out of the river, so I say. I could be lying about that, but it does somehow come out of the Missouri River, making the beer within a 50-mile radius. Very few people can say they do that.
speaking of the Golden Triangle, did you see that article by New York Times about the 50 places you should see before you die?
Must visits.
Must visits?
Golden Triangle was one.
Should be.
Well,
Yeah.
They didn't mention anything about beer, just so you know.
Well, we need to tell them. Maybe
Let's show them. Everybody come to Great Falls. Let's show them.
We are going to take you on a beer tour, which is going to start in a field and then end at a brewery.
Well, I mean, you got Malt Europe right up the road, and Malt Europe
Yeah.
provides, 70% of the... I mean, that's some ridiculous number. I'm like you, I'm making it up, but...
Hey, that's what this podcast is about.
It's a ridiculous number of, stuff that gets for all the beer around
Yeah.
the United States. So, welcome to the party, people.
Yeah.
It starts right here.
It starts here in Great Falls, the greatest damn town.
So you also said there's going to be a Motoberfest.
Yeah, that's always in September, which
Okay.
confuses people a little bit. Oktoberfest in September, but that is when the traditional Bavarian Oktoberfest starts, and we always try to do the event that first Saturday.
Okay, so live music.
Yep, live
Games.
music, food. Once in a while we do cornhole tournaments. We haven't got that far in planning that event yet, so
Okay.
I don't know
But
the
you can-
details. But
You can start planning now your outfit. The
Lederhosens.
yes,
Yes.
it's extremely important to find the perfect lederhosen to wear for Motoberfest. Just because you want to blend in, you don't want to look like someone off the street who didn't know what was happening.
right, yeah, get your costumes early because you can't get them last minute.
No. And I'm going to put this out there. And my husband needs a partner from cornhole. He won't accept me on his team anymore. I suck. So if you're good at cornhole, you can play with my husband. He has a fighting chance to win. We might win some tournaments, but I can never find my sweet spot. So I don't know if you guys are good at it or not, but no.
No, we get fired too.
Okay.
We're usually out the first round.
Hey, as long as you have fun.
That's the point.
Always.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't have fun when he's always losing. So.
I want to mention that even if Downtown Summer Jam, which is held outside, finds rain in the sky, just hold on, and eventually the rain will pass and we will have music. I was part of the year of the downpour.
Almost every show. It was awesome.
You were soaking wet and having such a blast once the music finally came back on.
I think people had more fun just because, like, just the being drenched, holding down the tents, and just, I mean, everybody had such a blast that year.
Which band was that was playing under the awning?
That's what I
Carter
was-
Winter. Oh no, Let Her Be out of
Let Her
Missoula.
Be, yeah.
Out of Missoula, like they were one of the openers, and they ended up it was just downpour. And so instead of like standing there, they went over in one of the awnings right off of Central Avenue, and they just started playing acoustically. And then you just see this mass of people go over there standing in the rain. These guys are just playing acoustically, having a great time, while we're literally mopping up the stage, trying to get the stage dried to put people back on it.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
That
Yeah.
was probably one of the coolest experiences that not a lot of people are going to get. It was just musicians who wanted to play, and it was this random jam session in front of one of our Central Avenue businesses because
Yeah.
they couldn't get on stage yet.
Our artist that year, Carter Winter, was, we kept telling him, you have the choice. Like, if we need to punt, if you're not comfortable being on stage. And he was like, nope, we're going on. These guys played over here in the rain. He's like, we're going on the stage no matter what. And he and his crew did. They went on the stage and just had a great time.
We were actually really lucky that year because he was actually behind getting to Great Falls, and the rain bought us a little bit of time.
That was
Okay.
fun.
Good.
I am no expert at coordinating concerts, but a little fun fact about myself is I did help coordinate a 3-day music festival in the area. One of the artists that was playing was Edgar Winter, and I don't know if it's any relation to Carter Winter, but we had a rainstorm. And Edgar Winter, if you didn't know, famous artist from the 70s, is an albino and doesn't have good eyesight. And our liability was not going to allow him to get onto the stage. And he would just argue with me. He's like, I want to play. Just let me up on the stage. I want to play. I said, I can't put you up on that stage. So what he said was, can I just stand in the field and play? I said, sure. We'll let you do that.
Have at it.
So he finally got to play, but he didn't get to do it from the stage because it was just too wet.
Sometimes with these events, you got to be creative. You got to get out there and do stuff differently.
But to have people who just want to play, that's the impressive part,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. The other fun story about Downtown Summer Jam, and my husband absolutely hates it, but you had Austin Jenks come and play, and he was selling his CDs at the merch table. It had 4 songs on it, but you wouldn't know that until you bought the CD. So I bought the CD. I'm like, he's not bad. I'm going to buy the CD. My favorite CD. It's in my car all the time. And when we lose service with XM or can't find
Just
a
starts
radio
playing.
station, I put it in there and my husband goes, no, we cannot listen to this again. I'm like, it's really good.
I love it.
All 4 of the songs are on my Spotify playlist.
So what else you guys have cooking for this summer?
Just, you know what, just getting through the summer. I mean, it's going to be exciting. I think, you have Pedlet season open up. You have
Yeah, when is Pedlet season?
May 1st.
May 1st. Okay.
What do we have to do to make that year round?
You know what? I actually think that it's probably best not to have it year round.
Why?
Well, the snowplows have to get through the streets. Living here in Montana, we actually have this awesome thing that happens called snow, which, if you're a skier, come to Montana, come to Great Falls. Showdown's just down the street here, But
I forget about the snow because it's gone right now.
Right.
It's still in the mountains, but in Great Falls,
Yeah.
I forget about the snowplows and
the
roads.
snowplows would not appreciate the Pedlets being out.
And how much I get frustrated sometimes driving in the snow because, man, I forgot to warm up my car 30 minutes before, or, man, I'm in front of the snowplow, not behind it. So yeah, I guess you're right. We don't need it year round, but we're just so excited for summer. We do have some other events cooking up, which you guys are both going to be a part of. We'll have a separate podcast about that one.
Oh, thank God, because I did want to let our listeners know, if you have no clue what a pedlet is,
Oh, yeah.
let us enlighten you. It is a fancy term for outdoor dining.
Didn't know that word.
That's really
patio.
what you needed to understand. And the pedlet has some terminology on where you walk around the outdoor dining. That's all you need. That's your one piece of nugget.
It just extends the sidewalks for us, really, is what it does.
Well, when Kristen was working here, and she's like, oh, and pedlets. I'm like, what did you say?
What is this word?
And then I heard about a suspendlet. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, our friends over at Elevation.
yeah, they have their suspendlet. So,
That's pretty awesome.
So
Yeah.
we did a photo shoot up at the Elevation 3330, and Marty, who's afraid of heights, decided to be an acrobat and dangle from the edge of the suspendlet to get the perfect photo.
I got a strong grip. So I just held on, hung off. Got a pretty cool vantage point. Photo looks cool. I like it. I didn't do it for the gram, but I did it for my job.
I mean, we'll get you guys hooked up with someone who's got a drone or something.
If you could make things happen for us, that'd be good. We just have Marty here hanging from banners and taking photos.
So we know about all the major events that are coming up. We have the Downtown Hootenanny that's going to be July 4th, and then the 3 other Downtown Summer Jams, which are July 21st, August 5th, and August 25th. But your businesses are also going to do the block parties. But what about just live music returning to the Mighty Mo Brewing Company?
Yeah, we will get there. We actually are just starting a little remodel.
Oh.
So we'll be without live music for maybe 6 weeks.
Now,
Okay.
I'm going to say this. Please do not remove the creepy kid from the ceiling in your remodel.
So creepy.
What are you looking up there for anyway?
It's my favorite feature of
Hey.
that space.
I don't know why you left it.
I always forget it's there.
I know.
Yeah, and then when you see it, you're haunted by it.
Gives you something to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
So also, Mighty Mo and Enbär are open year round, so you don't have to wait for any specific time. If you're here for a convention, you just want to stop in and see the creepy kid at Mighty Mo, hang out at Enbär and have a craft cocktail. Enbär is Great Falls' first craft cocktail lounge, the godfather.
Making pretty mean old fashioned too.
I've recently gotten into gin and tonics, so I'm going to be trying those.
she's always been into gin, but she added the tonic recently.
So a remodel at Mighty Mo, still open during it, so you can drink and eat
Absolutely.
pizza. So delay on the live music, but Mighty Mo is one of the places that we often have live music, local artists touring, some people coming through. I'm gonna call them touring artists, makes it maybe sound bigger than it is, but you get random people coming through town and they
Yeah.
set up on the stage.
Yeah, we get some great groups that are traveling through.
No, I'm asking this without any warning before we started the podcast, so if I need to edit this out, let me know. Is Trivia Night going to return at Enbär?
Ooh, trivia. Trivia night is coming back.
What? That should be the... What?
Should have been a headline.
It should have been.
So right now, more than likely, first trivia night will be June 7th, I believe.
Okay.
All right.
And these are the trivia nights hosted by Mr. Sisters.
This is a show in itself, the Great Mr. Sisters.
So if you...
Have you ever been, Mari?
No, newcomer.
Mari.
Newcomer
Oh
again.
my goodness.
I
Kristen's,
don't know what she's doing here.
I go places. I do things.
It is quite the experience.
I heard you have to be there at 4:30 to get a seat before the show starts at 7.
Sometimes people line up earlier than that.
So this is how big an event it is.
It is a spectacle. It is. Yeah. It is. It is definitely entertaining.
I was going to go to one. I forgot it was happening that night. Drove by with a friend, and I'm like, what's happening at Enbär? And I'm like, oh, we're not getting a seat. I'm like, that right now. It's 5:30. No, in an hour and a half, Mr. Sisters are coming on with their trivia night, and we have to go somewhere else because it was packed.
Yeah.
So glad to hear that's returning.
The performing arts that exist in Great Falls, from live music, Mr. Sisters, theater, symphony,
The symphony, man, they do an awesome
Broadway. Art is our thing.
Oh, yeah. So we want to thank you for coming in on the podcast. And we have one final question. What's the craziest rider that you guys ever received from these artists?
That's a good one.
That would be an Andy question, probably.
I was gonna say I don't know that we've had any crazy things.
Really? Because Rebecca has a rider every episode we do, and I
Yeah.
failed to meet it.
Right. I mean, that's fair. No, I you
It's
know,
a swivel chair. I've
swivel
been
chair.
asking for it since episode 5.
yeah, no, I mean, all the
black towels.
yeah,
I
like
got those.
but then they didn't even use them. Yeah, well, I guess that would probably be the craziest one. We had a band that said they had to have black towels for the stage, so we went out and bought black towels, and they sat in a pile the whole time, never got used. At the end of it, we were like, "What do you do?"
Return them. Nice little Ponzi scheme if it works
right.
for you.
Have to leave the.
Right? Yeah, no, we still
keep the
have them.
receipt next time.
They're
Go back to Bed Bath & Beyond.
they're all in our downtown summer jam boxes. Still have them. Yeah. No, we don't. Most of the bands that come in, they're fantastic to work with. We've never had big writers or anything like that. Like most of them are so thankful to be playing. The hospitality they get while they're here. They go check out places. Everyone comes into town and they want to go check out the Sip and Dip. They want to go check out Mighty Mo. They want to go check out these cool places. And it's always been a cool thing having it downtown. They can go check out the Hotel Arvon and the Celtic Cowboy, and now some of these other places that are starting to come together in downtown. People come and they just have this huge excitement. I mean, we had one guy 2 years ago lost all his luggage as he came to town, and then went literally to thrift stores and found clothing, and then he found a cool mat for his kids. So when you see some of the pictures, he's standing on the mat as he's singing in these camouflage pants, red shirt, these big old lunky boots, and he had such a blast just walking around downtown. He went and got a haircut, We had a couple years ago, we had Waterloo Revival came to town, and they wanted to go fishing. And one of our, it's a cool story and cool picture. One of our people that was down for the concert fishes all the time along the Missouri and goes, "Well, I'll take you fishing." And the two guys kind of looked at us like, "Is this guy legit?" And we're like, "Yeah, he's legit. He fishes all the time. He's like, we know him, whatever." So the next day they actually went fishing on the Missouri River. And from then on, they always send us stuff back and be like, "Hey, send us a text message, man. We're coming back to go fishing with these guys. This was fantastic. How do we enjoy this? How can
More.
you not enjoy this more?"
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. Because, other towns, when someone says, "Yeah, I'll take you fishing," he's not. He's not. Because usually you ask, "Where'd you catch that fish?" And they're like, "On the lip." They're not telling you the secret spot. So I'm glad that they're having a great experience for our community.
Is Devin Wooley going to come back this year or next?
It's looking like they may. We haven't confirmed it yet, but
We're
we're
working
talking
on
to
it.
them.
Oh, goodness. They're just
You
full of
gotta go.
secrets.
You gotta go. If Devin Wooley comes, it'll be a requirement that you have to attend for work because she brings the party.
Oh, I'm ready.
They're exciting to
I
play.
got a funny story about Devin Worley Band.
Tell
Can
me.
it be shared on the podcast, or do we
Oh,
need
yeah.
to do an after dark?
No, we were actually where we met those guys. We were actually down in Nashville for the Craft Brewers Conference in 2019. No, 2018. And we were partaking in some festivities at night, and my wife
late
and I,
night.
My
Yeah.
wife
Not early
and I
in the
were,
morning.
Part of the convention. I understand.
my wife and I were ready to go back to where we were staying, and we were waiting for our Uber, and there's a hot dog stand there, so it's 1:00 in the morning, of course.
Gotta have a hot dog.
Gotta eat some hot dogs. So we're standing there, and there's this group of people that just pull up in this van, get out, and overtake this hot dog stand, and we start talking to them while we're waiting for our hot dogs. And they just got done playing the show. And I'm like, oh, God, great. We're starting this downtown summer jam in Montana this summer. And they're like, oh, we love Montana. We're already scheduled there in August. I said, well, the date we need to fill is not exactly in August, but they said, well, who's the headliner? And it was Cadillac 3. They said, oh my gosh, that's who we model ourselves after. And so they're, you don't even need to pay us. We're going to come play. You give us some gas to put in our
tank,
big
Diesel
big
bus.
diesel. Yeah, some diesel actually in their butt. That was the funny part. We were expecting them to pull up in just a van or something, and they pull up in a touring bus.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, this is the greatest booking of all time. We just got these guys for $200 to come from Nashville. But they're a great group of people. Actually, one of the band members owns a brewery in Minnesota. So we have a lot in common with those guys. It's fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're friendly to people. Eat hot dogs at a stand and strike up a conversation.
And Seth woke us up at midnight that night, called us and said, I got a band for us.
I don't know what they sound like, but we got a band.
We got a band.
It's
We're like,
awesome.
okay.
They're playing in Nashville. It can't be that bad.
Right. I love the reasoning there.
We'll work on the details later.
Right.
But they're coming, and it's $200.
and they've been every year now.
Yeah.
So we've had them, both years that we've done, 2018, 2019. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's a good set of music. Good job on eating that hot dog and
That's
hanging
right.
out
That's
there.
what I do well.
Drink beer and eat hot dogs.
So thank you guys for coming on to Montana's #1 podcast. I'm sure that everyone's going to be so excited to come here this summer and experience all of our music and art. If you haven't done so already, please like and review, and you can email us at podcast@visitgreatfalls.org, and I can send you the world's tiniest sticker.
They're so cute.
Accidentally made up a wrong order. They're probably 2 inches big, or you can wait until next week and I'll get some bigger ones in, but we just want to thank you for supporting us. So, Rebecca, I'm horrible at closing.
So if you've loved this episode and you want more, you can find all of our episodes at we'renodamnexperts.com. Get them wherever you get podcasts. We're everywhere. And until we see you in Great Falls, have a great day.
We're No Damn Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.
On the next episode of We're No Damn Experts, the events continue, and Madi and Rebecca are joined by the general manager of the Great Falls Voyagers. We talk about their upcoming season and how aliens inspired their name. We're No Damn Experts was produced by Great Falls, Montana Tourism with original music from the best damn musician, Joel Corda.